Right when you think the college football season is potentially wrapped up, it's not. It's actually beginning before the season even ends. Let's talk about it. The number one, the main thing on mainstream media, Lane Kiffin goes to LSU. My thoughts? Well, it's as big as Nick Saban leaving LSU for Alabama. Look, I'm a Lane Kiffin guy. Leaving is fine. Accepting the job, taking coordinators with you, potentially dismantling the program right before a run is about to happen is something I just absolutely cannot get down with. Suckerish activity. However, input Pete Golding, defensive coordinator for Ole Miss. He will now be the head coach moving forward for the Rebels into their playoff run. He's a guy who's been a defensive coordinator in the SEC for the last 10 years. He sat alongside Nick Saban. I like this guy. I love his attitude. He's young. He might still have something there. UCLA hires Bob Chesney from James Madison. However, Chesney, like Eric Morris at North Texas, he's going to be coaching in the Sun Belt Championship, potentially even at a shot for the college football playoff and in the playoffs if the Dukes can make it. Arkansas has themselves a head coach, guys. Ryan Silverfield from Memphis, 50-25 as a leader of the Tigers. He's been solid building that program up. Arkansas has been so close this year to just, wins. Their offense was explosive. Their defense was terrible. Couldn't close out games. Just really bad. So Arkansas, we'll start with a head coach. It'll go somewhere. As if Auburn wasn't bad enough, they get this guy. As if Auburn wasn't bad enough, they get this guy, Alex Goldish, before the season ends for South Florida, who, by the way, had a great year. Yeah, they had a great season. It was one great season. Don't know if you can just always transition to the SEC, but hey. Their group of five coach goes to Florida. John Sumrall, 6-year, $44.7 million contract. Look, I like this guy. However, 2 weeks ago, you challenged your team. You said, if we're ranked inside of the top 25, the NCAA has some work to do. Okay, and maybe you want to make that change. However, going to Florida isn't the problem. I wouldn't expect a man with your type of character to make that decision in season. Oregon State desperately needed a head coach, and they bagged themselves one. Jamarcus Shepard, the co-offensive coordinator and wide receiver coach for Alabama. He played college football for the DePaul Tigers as a wide receiver, was a wide receiver coach at Western Kentucky, Washington State. Co-offensive coordinator and wide receiver coach for Purdue and Washington. Oregon State might have some too because they have been putrid over the last several years. All in all, the coaching changes don't really bother me. I think this should not be happening until the season is over. It should happen the day after the college football national championship game. That's just how I feel about it. It's almost like tampering, and it just doesn't make sense to me how some of these